Welcome back. I'm Darren with NorthStead Landscaping. Just finishing up the job out on Northshore. ASB performed admirably as usual. There's a couple of little issues before I show you the job. I might as well talk about the machine doing rocks. And again, I was telling you guys about caps. It's always good to stock caps, because if you bash one up, you're probably better to just replace it and play it safe. Because if any water gets in there, you're gonna burn out your bearings really quick. So this will save a lot of work. I'm gonna replace 1, 2, 3, 4 caps. It's the cost of doing business, I guess. I think they're, I can't remember if they're 20 bucks a cap, or I don't think they're that much, but they might be, because they have a seal built into them, and that's why they're expensive. But there, we did the grading up here. So what was happening is the water was coming down the driveway, and it was shooting off the end of the driveway. So we dug it right down a good 6 inches, I think. Plus I added material along the edge to berm it up. And again, you can clean that up, throw some clover in there, it'll keep it from eroding. But it's hard to notice. I didn't know until we put a level in, but this is just sloping back into this corner. But we just built a trench. We installed a conduit right here, and the owner wants to put a cord up through here. Anyway, so that was the top. That was, so here we're bringing in triaxles of material down the hill. We had them dump boulders down this hill, and we had to make the road better because it was there was a big rock here and one over here. But now we've got this nice road all the way to the back. Ooh, it's pretty steep. And again, this is the B-type 2. We put landscape fabric underneath, sloped it away from the house. Plus we got such a runoff going this way. And then we come in, and then this is where we brought in the boulders, and most of these were trucked in. Some of them were actually on the properties, you can see on the way down. This one was a massive one, like really big. You don't, it's like an iceberg, you only see the top. But it was like one of these rocks here, and it was sitting right here, like that tall. So we dragged it over because we wanted access for our pipes, and we dragged it over here for a retention for the ramp. And it's massive. That thing's not going anywhere. We had some really nice rocks in here, so we placed them in here. This one was like, that's a really nice rock. I don't know, it's broken, but it looks nice. Here's going to be a gazebo, so this is going to be built over anyway, so it's not a real big deal. But here will be a fire pit area, and then a piece of resistance. These are actually limestone, believe it or not. They don't look like it, they look like granite, but these are limestone, and they're beautiful steps. And we had to tweak a few, the guys, we needed to get to a certain point, so we tweaked a few to get a little more height out of them, and now we've got a perfect slope to the door. But again, we propped up quite a few rocks several times to get these elevations right. For example, I think we did these ones twice because they were too low for this slope here. We didn't want too much slope coming out, but we need some. But we're trying to slow the water down going down this ramp. But as you can see, customer was really blown away with the look of these boulders, and I don't blame them. I mean, it really looks the part, being in this part of the neck of the woods. I mean, there's so many boulders that are here. You can see, well, that's blast rock, but you know, there's boulders everywhere on this property. So this kind of really ties everything in and gives you that homeless, or that homely look. And again, they're hoping to have us back next year to do the shoreline. We didn't want to tackle that this year because we need an additional permit, and it's an expense too, because they want to do trying to get them to do the riprap and then have the armor stone placed on top of the riprap. But that's for next year. Plus he also wants to do the driveway and interlock, which is amazing. I'd love to do that, but you can see we want to get more vegetation in there to keep the erosion down, and at the same time be able to come down without, you know, running. So we tried to I guess he dumped his wood here from the top, had to be cleared out. So but there it is. Probably gonna need, well, actually we're coming back to finish the top in a couple of weeks once the material's in. But yeah, so there's probably going to be a few more videos of this. There's more work to be done here in the future, but this was just getting everything from eroding. Again, this was all we brought in B1, granular B1, shaped it, and then we put our landscape fabric down and then put our B-type 2 to keep the layers separated. And you can see it's been a wet day today, and we packed this actually, and diesel packer did not sink into it amazingly, which is just testament to the B-type 2. And as you can see, it's really flat, and people got to realize that over time the needles are going to fall down and decompose, and stuff will grow along the edges, and you know, but it's set up so that in the future that if there's any problems, you can come in and add some more gravel or scrape up some gravel. And there's always places for gravel, you can never have enough. But so the finishing touches will be we're going to put the grand flagstone on the top here in the next couple of weeks once it comes in, and then we're going to put river rock in here just so people can walk through this way, and also a path that way with some stepping stones, or maybe just the river rock, and also underneath the deck. But yeah, so big job, took a little longer than I expected, and with fuel prices the way they are, things are more expensive, but that's just the nature of the beast. Customer's super happy, wants to get more they want to put mulch in. I'm totally against that. I want them to basically put growth plants that are low growth plants or vegetation in here, similar to what they had before, and you know, just keep it natural looking. I mean, mulch is just I rather just keep it natural looking and put mosses and creeping thyme and all sorts of low growing plants, and just make that the bed, and then have your bigger plants stick through that, or little areas where you can transition it. But that's my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I'm more the hardscape guy. I have a couple of horticulturists. I know what I like, but yeah, this is it. So you can see here there's spots they're going to plant more stuff, obviously, but they really got to fill in that topsoil is the secret here. It's either that, or you're going to end up with something like this, a clear gravel, so that you're not growing anything in there. But yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. We'll come back and do another video with everything done, finished. But we just wanted to get some plants in there so that the erosion would be minimal. And it was just, this year's been crazy for rain. But anyways, again, please like and subscribe, and hope you like the video. If you have any comments down below, feel free to ask questions. I'll try to answer them when I can. And again, I'd like to be posting more, but we've been super busy. So again, I'm Darren with NorthStead Landscaping. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.